Hello and welcome back to JustRants. This is the third week I am documenting my high school life. Sorry I'm posting a day late, but just for a quick update on school life, I have about 5 billion projects going on right now. I am dying and I'm losing sleep. And if videos get inconsistent, that's just the reason why. Uh yeah, to my future self, I hope things get better, but I know it probably won't. But anyways, since today this is a YouTube video and YouTube doesn't allow negativity, I will be talking about this week's topic will be about being bilingual. There will probably be another video in the future about being a citizen, having dual citizenship from both American and Korean. But I suppose for the time being, I could talk about being bilingual and my experiences with languages. So I grew up in Singapore from a very young age, and as you know, Singapore has English to their national language, and so I grew up speaking English before I could speak Korean. But that didn't mean I couldn't speak Korean. I had Korean parents. I visited Korea often. So while my Korean was at the time not on the same level as other my people my age, it was still like conversational and like competent enough for like at the time as a kid. But my English was way better. It wasn't good, like I was a terrible speller even now, but both I was comfortable using both. And I could switch anytime I wanted to. Things changed a bit when I came to Korea about around the age of 8. I used Korean a lot more and my Korean improved greatly. I watched a lot of television and that helped a lot. Recommend that. Watch television if you're trying to learn a language. But my English didn't improve that much because it's Korea. But I did still read a lot and I imported a lot of foreign books. Like I see all like these are you won't see much of them, but there's the Harry Potter series I loved dearly. I've known before stuff, other books, Lord of the Rings, Percy Jackson series, they helped me improve and maintain my English as well as a fuck ton of money just put into me. And so I could say my language skills in both Korean and English are it sounds like I'm being such a dick or like being so full of myself when I say I'm pretty sure I'm better than the average person, average language like user. And I've been told my writing and speaking skills are very high leveled for someone my age. Things change when it goes to like other languages too because I've been such a linguistic ever since a young age because Singapore there's like 500 different languages people speak there with the 500 more accents. Korea's and then I came to Korea and then now everyone's just speaking the normal Korean and so I was like, oh, let me go on YouTube. And what do I see on YouTube? Oh, English speaking people, but with again like 5 billion different accents. And so I was like, why do people have so many different accents? And that got me, very into languages, cultures, and international mindset. But that's for another video. The core is I love languages. I love learning about them. I love learning new ones, and I admire people who can speak multiple languages fluently. Uh, my first language started to learn apart from my native languages is Chinese, or specifically Mandarin. I started it because my old international school I used to go to in Singapore had me learn Chinese, but because I was Asian, I was really good at it. For some reason, I don't know, it's something it just clicked with me, and then the teachers taught really well too. So like immediately after like 2 classes, I was put into the highest class available for my age, and then I just stayed there until I'd stopped going to school. And not to my mother recalls, I was so good at it, so I was just like bring home books made like written in Chinese and just read them for fun. And my Chinese character writing skills still are really competent to this day. And but I never really truly enjoyed Chinese, to be honest. I enjoyed like the writing and like learning about it and learning new languages, but something just about Chinese didn't really speak out to me. I had no other motivation to learn it except for maybe I want to learn a new language, it's a useful language, and um school. It was a good language to learn, but not the one I wanted to. But I've been doing it for like, God, like 10 years or something like that. Pretty sure. Close to that at least. Or maybe even more since I'm not like 17, 16 now. So 10 plus years of technically learning Chinese. I'm still terrible at it. I can listen. I'm not bad at listening, but not good either. I can read pretty good. Like again, not greatest, but like pretty good. I can't speak though. Speaking is terrible. But it's like okay, maybe like grade level, like grade school grader level of Chinese, which is kind of sad that my English and Korean levels are this high, but like Chinese is like babe toddler. But then recently, the language I really wanted to learn was Japanese because I'm a weeb. And it's been great. Like, I started like actually learning and going out my way to learn a year before in 2021, where I studied all of hiragana and katakana. And then I just stopped learning by hand, by apps, and then I started watching more anime and look at the subtitles and made my own assumptions about the language along with watching a fuck ton of Hololive and VTubers. It's got me pretty good point now. Like I would say a bit under my Chinese level, which is kind of sad to say. I've been learning for like a year and not even like professionally, but I love it. It's fun. I can see myself like getting a like a certificate of authentication or something like that, like a JUP test. But yeah, it just seems dope. I enjoy my languages. I want to learn more, like Spanish or like Dutch or German, like European languages too, since I only know Asian ones, Indonesian too. Uh, so this is just a message to future me. Study hard on languages. Don't give up. I hope you are better than me at Chinese and Japanese, and I hope you at least start learning one more. So just a message out there. Thank you, Whole Life, for fueling my Japanese learning. And yeah, maybe I'll use it one day. I never visited China or Japan, so yeah, that's just today's rant. God.